I am here to discover Canada.
Well, you're only about 10,000 years too late, friend.
You look familiar. Were you in that movie Dances with Wolves?
Yes, I was.
What was your name?
Kevin Costner.
Known best for his role in Dances with Wolves, Greene is one of the greatest Indigenous actors today and has made a name for himself in both the American and Canadian film industry. Greene was born in 1952 on the Six Nations Reserve in Ontario, Canada. Greene is of the Oneida tribe, which is a North American Iroquoian-speaking tribe. The Oneida are known as the people of the Standing Stone and are one of the 5 original nations of the Iroquois Confederacy. Unlike many actors, Greene never knew he wanted or even really desired to become an actor. While working for a band, a co-worker suggested he would make a great actor. Oddly, he decided to leave his decision to fate and cut a deck of cards. He would become an actor if he lost. Greene's career took a lot of hard work and dedication. His talents were finally recognized after his phenomenal Oscar-nominated performance as Kicking Bird in Dances with Wolves. In the film, Greene plays a Sioux shaman who befriends a white man, played by Kevin Costner. Dances with Wolves is easily one of the most recognizable revisionist westerns ever made. This film is so important in how it takes a different stance in portraying Indigenous people and communities. The characters are given depth and shown as human rather than savages. Greene's character gives a sense of humanity back to Indigenous people. Kicking Bird is more than just a background character and allowed for a massive step forward in Indigenous representation in film. Beyond his role as the infamous Kicking Bird, Greene's characters have always been dignified. In Wind River, Greene plays Ben, a tribal officer on a reservation in Colorado. In the film, protagonist Corey, played by Jeremy Renner, discovers a body while hunting. After Ben and Corey suspect foul play, the FBI is forced to check in on the investigation. They send a single agent to the scene, completely unprepared. The officers are placed in countless dangerous situations without any hope of more help from the FBI. Greene even says in the film,
This isn't a land of backup, Jane. This is a land of you're on your own.
This film fits perfectly into the Indigenous issues and genocide unit of the course. The film touches on many issues such as the lack of support reservation officers have and the danger it subjects them to. As well, it takes a deeper look at the lack of concern for Indigenous women. The film illustrates how little the FBI pays attention to these heinous crimes. The film has the ability to open the viewer's eyes to the murdered and missing Indigenous women movement that aims to shed light on the crimes such as this and inadequate measures being taken to solve the issue. Both of these films are so important to Indigenous representation. They both give a new perspective on Indigenous people, whether that be what it was like 100 years ago or life today. They paint a more accurate and well-thought-out portrayal that can be respected and appreciated. Despite their similar flaw of casting a white protagonist as the white savior archetype, both of these films create a real depiction of Indigenous people that Indigenous people can look to and relate to like other ethnicities can every day. One of the most important aspects of Greene's career, however, is the fact that he plays characters not dominated by his Indigenous ethnicity. It is rare to see an Indigenous actor play anything but a quote-unquote Indian, or a role centered around their ethnicity. When asked if he felt he had been typecasted, he responded, "I've played all kinds of things. I've played an old Jewish man in a furniture store and theater. I played the ghost of a black transvestite. I've played British soldiers. I've played French soldiers. I've played New York cops. I've played lawyers. So no." Greene was able to break through that barrier and has acted as a vast spectrum of characters. Greene makes an outstanding appearance in The Shack, in which he plays the male embodiment of God. He guides the main character, Mac, through a difficult part of coping with his daughter's murder. Another very famous film Greene acted in is The Green Mile, where he acted alongside Tom Hanks. Greene plays a death row inmate in Hank's ward. Both of these roles are dominated by Greene's talent as an actor rather than his ethnicity. He's proven to the film industry that Indigenous actors have a place outside the Western genre and are capable, talented actors just like any other. Greene's contributions to the film industry are tremendous. He's acted far and wide as countless characters that will be on people's screens for years to come. The film Wind River was so interesting to watch and conveys such an important message in a respectful but rightfully grim manner. This is a film that deserves to be viewed and appreciated by everyone. Greene is proof that Indigenous actors can play characters not dominated by their ethnicity, that Indigenous actors are talented, diverse, and deserve the spotlight. Indigenous children can now watch a regular film that isn't an old Western and see themselves represented proudly. Despite Greene not wanting to be a spokesperson for Indigenous rights, he has surely paved the way for up-and-coming Indigenous actors and has changed how we should perceive Indigenous actors. Greene wants to be known as an actor, not an Indigenous actor, simply an actor, and that is how we should remember him.